600 legendaries? Really? Let's get into it. Good morning, everybody. So in this video today, I'm going to try to make it as quick as possible as there's a decent amount of information to go over. The developers on Thursday just released a nice little tidbit about launch times, day one patch, legendary restoration, and of course, the developers' policy and stance on cheating and hacking. And they even go into what they consider to be cheating and hacking. I have a lot of really exciting content coming up. So if you like game updates, tips, and guides, and my particular favorite, builds, then be sure to hit that like button on this video and subscribe. It's down here somewhere. And also don't forget to hit that notification bell to be notified when I make future uploads of content just like this one. And if you prefer streaming, or streaming is your thing, don't worry, I got you covered. I stream here on YouTube and I stream over on Twitch. You can find a link in the description below, so be sure to follow me over there. So without further ado, let's get back into it. So first things first, let's go over what everybody is really concerned about at this point, the launch times. The official launch of Outriders is slated to begin April 1st at noon for those of us that are on the East Coast, and for those that are on the West Coast, it is launching at 9 a.m. April 1st. All the launch times are based off of the London time zone, so for those of you that are in the UK, plan your schedules accordingly. For those of us that are planning on playing on Steam, there isn't any new information as to when we will be able to preload the game. I was hoping that by the time I uploaded this video that there would be more information on that. However, there is not. I will provide an update to the pinned comment on this video when that information is available, so stay tuned for that. Next, they talk about their day one patch, in which they hope to have their day one patch already pre-rolled into the client before launch. However, they say that there might be a chance that it might not be ready until the day of launch, so there might be an additional download there. The day one patch includes many bug fixes and improvements. One improvement that is going to really affect PC players is the PC cutscenes will have the option to choose from 30, 60, 90, and 120 frames per second. They've also included camera smoothing for cutscenes and dialogues, which will help reduce the camera shake that some players are struggling with. And there's also been adjustments to performance. There's also been improvements for pacing and stuttering that was observed during the demo. I know I myself, I had that issue quite a few times, so the game overall should be a lot smoother come launch. There's also controller adjustments for those who are playing on console, including loading time improvements for Xbox One and PlayStation 4 consoles. There's also further performance improvements for co-op games, and a lot more bug fixes. Now, I'm not going to dig too deep into the bug fixes and performance improvements since the demo. I am going to highlight the most important ones, I feel. This includes DirectX 12 will be enabled by default on the full launch of the game. The demo has been running on DirectX 11, and it has been largely reported as the primary cause for a lot of the issues with the demo. So with DirectX 12 fully enabled, it should run a lot smoother. They've also added some extra functionality to the inventory management, in which you can quick mark items by rarity, and so with just a couple button presses, you can mass delete items by that rarity. Super big improvement. It's going to be fantastic. Crossplay will no longer be in beta either, and will be on by default. So for those of you who are solo players and you like playing crossplay, there's going to be a lot of improvements to that, so it should be a lot smoother and functional as well. And there's also been a lot of improvements to the cover system. What those improvements are have yet to be seen, and there hasn't been any full details revealed as far as what those improvements are, but I guess we'll find out. And now it's time for the real nitty-gritty part of the video that you've all been waiting for. The devs have posted their policy and their stance on what they consider to be cheating and hacking. So let's go ahead and make a direct quote from their post. For context, at the time when we reached around 2 million players, we identified 200 players who had clearly cheated. In percentage terms, that's 0.01% of the player population. We can see you all, yes, even the person who gave themselves 600 legendary weapons. Now, I can honestly say, guys, like, I don't know what the deal is with people doing things like that, but 600 legendary weapons, I mean, come on, really? Why stop at 600? Why not go to 1,000 if that's the case? Like, I just don't understand the general concept of altering game files to give yourself 600 legendary weapons. Do you not enjoy playing the game? Do you not enjoy playing games at all? Like, I really don't understand. But anyway, the developers have been very specific as to the repercussions for being identified as a cheater. The repercussions are account-wide and not character-specific. You will not be able to matchmake with legitimate players, and your matchmaking will likely take significantly longer. You will still be able to play solo. However, in the future, your HUD will have a discrete but visible watermark placed on it, so the gameplay footage created on this account can be readily identified as coming from a flagged account. So cheater, pumpkin eater, you suck, basically is what they're saying. If you cheat, you're going to be permanently branded with a scarlet letter. I absolutely love this. This literally made me laugh out loud when I first read it. I didn't even want to believe it at first, but genius and bravo, developers. Now that we talked about the repercussions, let's dive into what they actually consider cheating. Intentionally running the game on PC without easy anti-cheat, modifying game files to enhance a character, levels, skills, inventory, etc., externally modifying game time to reduce time-dependent features such as vendors and challenges, and we will circle back to that in just a moment, using a trainer program or similar to gain advantages within the game, and lastly, using gameplay altering programs such as aimbots or wall hacks. Now let's circle back to the externally modifying game time to reduce time-dependent features. This is that PC time clock hack that you could roll your time forward or back and it would reset the vendor. This is how a lot of people acquired epics in the demo. The developers did clarify they are not actually going to enforce these penalties on people who just quote unquote tested it out, regardless if you got any epics or not. What they did clarify is that they will be enforcing these penalties from here going forward. So basically in a nutshell, don't do it anymore going forward, or you will be flagged as a cheater. Now, what can you do if you actually did cheat? I feel sorry for you if you did cheat. This is what you can do if you did. Basically, in a nutshell, delete all your stuff. Delete all your characters. Start from the beginning. If you do this, they will consider your slate wiped clean, and you'll be good to go come launch. End of story. If you're new to my channel and you liked this video and you found it helpful, hit that like button and also consider subscribing. It would help my channel grow. It's totally free and you can unsubscribe at any time. Also, make sure you hit that notification bell, and down in the description, I'll have links to all my other social media accounts, including Twitter. And if streaming's your thing, you can follow me over at Twitch, or if you've already subscribed, you'll see me streaming here on YouTube as well. And as always, guys, thanks for watching.